Welcome back to Big Board. So here we are with what I would call an impulse purchase, the Pratzen Austerlitz 1805. I had seen it kickstarted back in the day, right? I guess, a year and a half or so ago. And I had been extremely wary of Canvas Temple publishing products. A couple of the designers are on there, tend to be haphazard at best. And certainly at least one of them is incredibly generic. And so I was not excited about the Pratzen until I had a quick skim of the Kickstarter doohickey and had a skim of the rules, looked at some of the bits and pieces. I thought, it'll be interesting, but I'll wait and see if I can pick it up on sale because I for sure don't want to pay, I think it was $80 or something like that, or it was expensive for what appeared to be in the box. And boy, was I right. So here's the odd thing. So first of all, you're looking at two maps. Let's see if we get some of this stuff off the way, out of the way. So you're looking at two maps. It's the video camera is not doing justice to just how fugly this thing is. This map is. It is not an attractive map. Number one. Number two, it's massive, and there are hardly any units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 80, 86, 96, 100 units roughly for a map this size at 125 feet per hex, ostensibly 2-minute turns. I'm just confused. So here's the order of battle, and I know what I'm guessing is this is supposed to be some sort of series, and unfortunately Peter Perler died, and so we'll never know. And Peter hasn't really designed very many games, and certainly not very many amazing war games. He did a couple of ACW titles, and this is all built off of the Grenadier system plus throw in the Kriegspiel combat resolution and Bob's your uncle, and you've got a game system that took 30 years to put together. Unfortunately, across those 30 years, I don't think that this really got any serious playtesting or thinking about just what the frickin' heck are we trying to achieve here. I'm a tad confused. So here we go. Pratzen. Let's just have a look at the French army because it's smaller. We've got a regiment here, the 10th, and then we've got the 14th, and we've got some other guys, the 43rd and 36th. I'm not sure why that doesn't have its name. Oh, I see, that's a subsection. Okay, all right, so that's fine. Artillery, and as you can see, no cavalry, right? And then the Russian brigades. So we've got basically a whole division there, plus some Austrians, which may be optional, or they were attached. I forget what happened there now. And then there's a handful of dragoons. There's some light cav here as well, somewhere here. Anyway, hussars. And look at the expanse of the map. I mean, it's massive, and I'm not sure so far what we're trying to achieve here. And so I read the rules, was not super comfortable with them, so I downloaded the 11 pages of FAQs here, and then I found a revised CRT thing for the Schwerpunkt, the Kriegspiel adaptation. And then Mark Herman wrote a couple of paragraphs on how combat actually works. So anyway, let's have a look over here. Oh, by the way, and this is just the classic. This is the turn track, 90 turns. In essence, 3 hours of combat. I'm playing one of the first scenarios, and it starts on turn 1 and goes to turn 30. And this is where I was beginning to get a little bemused by just exactly what is going on here. So let's zoom in here. it's a meeting engagement, and we've got pencil French forces arriving here. And by the way, this is more than half of the French forces that are ever going to be on the map. Some Ruskies who are racing to meet them at Pratzen, right? And and so the goal, the objective for the game is to get 2 or more Russian units off this edge of the map, the western edge of the map. And I guess, by the way this is done, that we're expecting to have some sort of additional map here and maybe an additional map here. Although it doesn't really, that means that where this turn track is, it wouldn't cover anything on the eastern portion of the battlefield. So I can't imagine a game being played at this scale with the entire battle. Anyway, what's the objective here? I got to get a couple of guys off the edge of the map over there. I've got all infantry except for those 2 light dudes, those 2 light cav guys. I can move 10. It's a mile basically, so 2,700 feet from here to there, off screen to get off the map. Just whoops, there we go. Just over here, right now. The rules for the scenario don't put any boundaries on the map. So but I do have to exit between hex 1 and hex 15. You probably can't see that. Dang it. Let me just move the freaking camera. Sorry, guys. Between 1 and 15, wherever 15 is, probably down here somewhere at a rough guess. Yeah, that's 15 right there. One of these 2 hexes. So anywhere between there, if I get 2 units off, boom, we're good. And Russians win. Sounds like it might be a challenge if I was trying to go up the road, but we've got these French forces advancing, and they're very spread out too, all in column to start with. And there's already been some firing going on here, so the Russians have taken a shot, and the ranges are quite astounding that you can shoot with muskets. It's a thing. And so but the important thing is maybe go 10 movement points with these guys here. 2.5 turns, I'm off the map, and I don't see how units that move 6 movement points are going to be able to interface, block, screen, or stop cavalry from just hauling ass and running off. So, that's just kind of a thing. I want to have a second video that I will, once we get into this, that will go through some of the things that I think are unique and interesting about this game system, based on what I'm reading. I haven't played it yet. But it's bemusing is a word I would probably use. I think there was a different approach attempted here, probably done in somewhat isolation. I wonder if there's actually a set of play testers listed in this thing. Hang on one sec. And yes, indeed there is. And it reads like the old school best buddies list of friends. There's a couple of interesting things here. I'm very very confused about this game system. This is the second time I've read the rules as well. All right, look, what nearly knocked it over. Not that it would have hurt anything. Nice box, Give it that. Kind of cool artwork. I guess they took that off some famous painting. It's card assisted as well. There's all these optional things to use cards to, I guess, add some sort of flavor or something. Well, la-di-da, there you go. All right, well, we'll see what happens. stay freaking tuned or don't. We'll catch up.